Good morning. It is day 107 on the Pacific Crest Trail, and I am sleep deprived. The sleep mat is more fixed than it was yesterday, but it's still not fully fixed and it's still deflated a bit. And then I think I was just too lazy to pump it back up. So I got some sleep, but I think because we woke up a little bit early anyway, we woke up at 5, left just about 6, trying to avoid as much of the heat as possible again. But there's not, I think we're like halfway up the climb, so hopefully it should be fairly chill this morning. I have no idea how far I'm going to go today. I think the others are aiming for somewhere around 20, maybe 22, 23 miles a day, so it'll probably end up being something like that, but their hiking style is very different to mine in that it's just like very vibes based, just seeing how they feel, which is fun. It'll be fun to see how that goes along. Yeah, it's also very buggy. As you can see, we are in a forest again, which is a lot nicer than a burn zone, but does come with mosquitoes, which is sad. But I've got some new like lemongrass insect repellent that seems to work, just less aggressively than DEET. I need to kind of spread it more, or like use more, but it's all good. Yeah, let us see what the day brings. I'll catch up in a... Hello again. Today was a pretty fun one, partly because we ended up doing 24 miles, which is actually the longest day that Scales and Birdsong have ever done, so it was fun to be part of that. And also because today was one of the most overgrown trail days that I think we've ever had for the entire day. Like, so many bushes that were just so overgrown, so large, so much like bushwhacking the whole day. It was, an entertaining time. But I had, a lovely time walking and talking, sometimes with Scales, the Birdsong, sometimes on my own. I was saying to them at the end of the day that, like, it's just a really fun dynamic at the moment. I feel like now everyone's kind of had their taste of independence and everyone's got used to kind of everyone else doing their own thing. It just gets rid of, like, a little bit of subconscious pressure. I mean, it might be stuff that's only in my head, but I just feel like there's no pressure to like do the same thing as anyone else, and everyone else is chill with everyone else just doing their own thing. It's just a lot more just relaxed and kind of comfortable than it might otherwise be, which is really, really nice. So chatting around all kinds of stuff, but stuff that stood out was things about like hobbies, like post-trail, like Scales and I both want to kind of maintain our fitness and see if we can push ourselves, like maybe getting into running or something, like I've been saying before. And also Scales is quite excited for like pushing her limits, like that sense of things from trail and like that, the resilience that you kind of build on trail, like how to translate that into normal life as well. Another thing that came up was just being done with California. And it's the same, I've had the same sentiment from a number of hikers now. Like, we're over halfway, we've still got like 250 miles before we're even in the next state. I know we've been through like the desert and the Sierras, and now we're in Northern California, so there's like 3 kind of distinct sections. But yeah, I think a lot of people are just kind of ready to kind of accomplish something and move on to the next challenge, because NorCal just is not the most fun, as we've all kind of seen. And kind of leading on from that, it was quite like the morning was quite clear, but the afternoon definitely got a lot more smoky. I think the wind picked up, which blew a lot of it towards us. And yeah, by the end of the day, walking into camp, we had kind of like slightly burning like throats. Like, I think Scales was coughing quite a bit, and like eyes starting to burn a little bit. We're not in like any danger at all. The fire's still like 30-40 miles away, and it's starting to be contained. I think it's like 35% contained at the moment, and it's not like growing rapidly, so we're not in danger. But yeah, just the amount of smoke everywhere is not a fun time. And like, yeah, there were so many parts of the day where we could have had an amazing view, but it was just kind of smoke screened literally, which was a little bit disappointing. Like, our campsite is supposed to have an amazing view of a Shasta sunset, and we almost got that, but you can definitely see that it's not quite the full thing. And yeah, one other thing is that the sriracha packet that I got from a hiker, I think I mentioned it back in like VVR. I was given a sriracha packet that started with another hiker that's been passed around every few hundred miles. So I've passed this on to Scales and Birdsong just in case we go on a different adventure at some point, just to give the sriracha packet a new owner to go on, a new adventure. So that was a fun little thing as well. I've been carrying it for quite a while, more than the 250 miles that everyone else did. Whoops, I may have forgotten about it slightly, but we remembered and gave it on to someone else, so we're all good. Stayed at camp, or set up at camp now. There's a deer that's roaming around and might eat some of our stuff, so that could be a fun time. But it's not too buggy, which is quite nice, even though we're fully in the trees. It's not too bad. It was a nice sunset in the end. Shasta looks big. It is quite a nice view, even with all the smoke. Tomorrow, I think it'll probably be a shorter day. I think aiming to get into town for Saturday, probably, just to make it easier so we're not getting in at the end of the day. But yeah, it's been a nice day. It's nice to be walking with at least two others from the Ducklings and catching up on old times. Looking forward to seeing what tomorrow brings. I'll see you there.